talked about the music. Back Home Again was the project, and it said Rhonda Vincent, the new queen of bluegrass. So it was by the Wall Street Journal.
Oh.
And it just kind of stuck from there. And then there was an organization. They said, you know what, you need an official crown and official coronation, and they held that up and at a huge festival. It's on the Nebraska-Iowa border, but so I have a beautiful crown, and they said, let's make this official.
Now, you have worked, and I don't know if this is common knowledge, but you've worked on recordings with, you talk about a who's who, Dolly Parton, Alan Jackson, Tanya Tucker, Joe Diffie, and Faith Hill.
Yes, Martina. I feel very honored to get to record with some of the best of the best. If people are listening, just keep this here. I have a new duet on my album with Alison Krauss. I recorded with her, kind of grew up with her. She performed with my family in '85 when I went with Jim Ed Brown. So have known her and grew up with her. But yes, I feel so honored. Keith Urban, I have a duet with him in 2008. And I love that. You know, that's one of my favorite things about the music business is that you can cross the lines into, you know, duets and creating other music beyond what you do and just getting to work with other people. So very fortunate.
One other question, Rhonda, I have. Who is the Rage and where did the name come from?
Well, the Rage comes from, I did a couple of country albums back in the 90s and 5 years of in country music when I left my family playing with them. And then that didn't work so well. I had been so unhappy. Came home, I'm at the crossroads. It's like getting out of college. And it's like, what am I going to do now? I've learned so much from the country music world, but what is it that I want to do? And I put together just a group of friends. We got together at my house and we started playing and we started doing a few festivals. And it's like, man, I think I'm in the right place at the right time. I've never been happier. And my husband, Herb, said, one day we were playing and he come back, he said, hey, I got the name of your band, because the band members it was Rhonda, Alan, Joey, and Earl. So R-A-J-E, which would still stay Rage. He said, it should be Rhonda and the Rage. Well, and then people they got it so mixed up, they would put a tilde on the end or Rajay because it was a J. And then Alan, Joey, and Earl were no longer in the band. And I said, you know what, let's just make it R-A-G-E, Rhonda and the Rage. So that's how it started with the names of the band, the people of the band.
Oh, cool. I was just hoping it wasn't, an angry moment or something you had.
No, but, that's it's on Rages on my license plate, and people think it's like Road Rager or something.
Sounds like, your husband's a good marketer, too, because he came up with that.
He is, yeah. He has once in a while. Don't give him too much credit, but once in a while he has a good idea.
Right. Well, that's ironic. A lot of businesses do that. When I was in college, I worked for an optical company, and it was called Pal Optical, and I thought that's a weird name, but they had 3 children, Pat, Andy, and Lou. So I guess that thing's been around for a while. People taking initials and making something out of it. But how long has Rage been together? The group that you have now?
I guess that was about 98, 99 is when they started. The pivotal moment came, I think, in 2000 when that Back Home Again came out. But, we did a few shows. It was kind of you could call it a test market, I guess, before that, trying to figure out 98, 99. I think I recorded that album in 99. And then I had a car wreck. It was December of 1999, I think it was. Oh. So I hired my band, and then I needed to start off the year 2000 promoting this record, and I hired my band all off the internet. We had never met. I just, by word of mouth and people recommending people, so I hired a band. We met in Nashville in January after recovering from the accident, had concussion and everything, and we played that afternoon and walked on the Opry that night, and it was like, this is it. It's like God just placed us all together at that time.
What about that? I'm sorry about your accident. That's something I had.
That's a scary thing.
I can imagine, and I know Barbara Mendrell, went through that one several years ago. And
yes,
there's just so many. Of course, Dottie West, that was the end of her life. And so many, especially the entertainers, years ago, because they traveled and the roads weren't that good. And it just, it's unbelievable how many people have actually died from auto accidents that were in the music business.
And didn't Reba lose some? Did Reba lose some band members?
Her plane.
That was a
crashed.
plane crash.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she lost her whole band.
that was a plane crash. Yeah, came over at top of a hill, and a guy was on my side of the road.
Oh.
So I swerved off of it was on a big hill, and I soared over, it rolled 3 times and landed on its roof.
Ooh.
And I'm just very thankful to be alive from that. That could have been really, really bad.
Yeah, it would have been horrible for all of us and your husband too, and the kids.
Well, yeah.
I hate to interrupt, but can we put you on hold for just a moment? We have to pay some bills. You know all
You
about
bet.
that. And we'll be right back with Rhonda Vincent.
And Rhonda Vincent's in concert tonight at Renfro Valley. You're getting it on WHBN AM and FM 946 and a half.
This is Brandon Sheen, sound engineer for Boondock Saloon in Danville. Join us Thursday, April 11th, beginning at 7 p.m. for our Thursday Performer Spotlight, featuring the very talented Robin Houston and Eddie Sowers.
Hey, this is Eddie Sowers. Come listen to me and Robin Houston for some country and R&B music, April 11th at Boondocks.
Hi, this is Robin Houston. We'd like for you to come down to the Boondocks so you can see some good entertainment, hear some good music, and let's get the party started.
Hey, y'all. This is Mac from the Monkey Wrench Pub. You all plan on coming join us for the 150th running of the Roses Kentucky Derby Day.
That's done at the Boondocks.
Last place feeling in life is no place to be. Ready for a new way of living? The Isaiah House will put you first. Long-term and short-term residential treatment, outpatient treatment, medication-assisted treatment, transitional living, and job skills training. Isaiah House has the programs to the path of help, hope, and healing. End the hurting. Take the first step toward a happier, healthier you. Call the Isaiah House anytime, 24 hours a day.
Hello, it's Dr. Matthew Duggar with Matthew Duggar Eye Care in Harrodsburg. Let me tell you about our affordable eyewear pricing. If you just need distance or near only glasses, we offer a frame, thinner lens, and non-glare coating for $119. We offer a frame, Zeiss Progressive no-line bifocal, and thinner lens with non-glare coating for $249. We want you to feel comfortable coming to our office to buy glasses. To schedule an eye exam with me, Dr. Matthew Duggar in Harrodsburg, call 859-605-2214.
Hey everybody, this is Derek Gray with the Mercer County Tourist Commission, and we are excited for our new app, Visit Mercer County KY. Head on over to the App Store, type in Visit Mercer County KY. You should see the new city logo with the navy background and the white H. Home screen here has attractions, food and drink, lodging, to-do, events, my plan, login, notifications, and tutorials. We are excited about the app, and whether you're a local or a visitor, we hope this enhances your experience when you come to Mercer County.
Looking for something more from your personal checking account? Then one of our new Community Trust Advantage checking accounts might be right for you. Our Advantage checking accounts offer great features such as ID Protect, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, travel and leisure discounts, and shopping rewards, which makes it easier for you to save money on everyday purchases. Learn more at ctbi.com. Get more out of your checking. Open an account today. Our friendly, professional staff at one of our many branches will be happy to assist you.
Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Don't miss this year's biggest deal at Suntan City. Right now, tan for a year for only $15 a month when paid in full.
There are lots of ways to show up to a party. Fashionably late, awkwardly early, and best of all, glowingly beautiful. That's easy to do when you have a tanning membership at Suntan City. No matter when you arrive, you're sure to get noticed.
Buy today and tan for a year for just $15 a month when paid in full.
Let yourself shine at Suntan City.
It is 9:49 and a half. You're getting on WHBN AM and FM. We're also getting the queen of the bluegrass, the female Gene Simmons marketer, if you will. And we've got Rhonda Vincent, and she also is a member of the Grand Ole Opry. Again, tonight at Renfro Valley. Hope you get an opportunity to go see her. I think it's going to be well worth going and a lot of fun. Now, if I may, Larry, real quick, you play the mandolin, guitar, and fiddle. And I've watched some videos. You seem to be very talented in all three. Very, you do very well with each one. Do you have a favorite of the three?
Well, I'm probably most comfortable on the mandolin. I played it the longest since I was 8. My dad would just get us started on instruments, and because he played everything. So 12, he said, you know what, the fiddle's tuned like the mandolin. It's time you learned that. And he would just show us something on there. We had to take it from there. We just kind of learned by playing by ear, and so I took I guess turns at all the different instruments: banjo, dobro. I can scratch out a tune on most of them, but some better than others. Mandolin I'm most comfortable. Fiddle, been Adam Haynes joined us a year ago, and since then we have really incorporated twin fiddles that in everything we do, and we just been recording this week. And it's been twin fiddle week. There's a lot of twin fiddles on the new album, so I'm playing it more than I think I have in years. And I started playing the guitar to write songs. So when I was 16, so I love that I travel with these incredible musicians, and they play everything, so we can virtually switch. After sometimes we've done a song where after every solo we've switched instruments. We don't do that very often, but people seem to like that when we do that because it's a lot of fun.
Do you have a favorite genre, bluegrass, country, or gospel?
Well, I mean, I love bluegrass because that's where I'm home. I've played that the longest. I like a pure, I don't like drums in bluegrass. I like the purest of just hearing the acoustic instruments, and the reason being, like Aaron plays, it's the banjo that Sonny Osborne, he recorded Rocky Top on. So when you hear that banjo, I don't want to hear it through a microphone or effects that does, you want to hear the true sound of the wood, of everything that banjo, great care is taken in everything, in the strings that are chosen, and the picks he uses, and he sets it up. He tightens the head and tunes the banjo exactly the way he wants it. The same with all of the instruments, the mandolin, the guitar. And so I just like a really pure form of bluegrass.
I will have something. We go to a church that has a praise team. It's a rather large church. Excuse me. This past Sunday, they had an upright bass. And I just happened, and here they are playing with keyboards and a couple of guitars. And anyway, it made the biggest difference because I told my wife, I said, listen to that bass. Because, and the first time I've ever been there when they were using an upright bass. But it was just, plus to me, they're a beautiful piece of furniture, And,
right. Oh, yeah.
But I
love upright bass. I'm not a fan of electric. I mean, use it on some things, but
right.
Yeah, let me listen to the resonance of an upright bass. That's my favorite.
And they're a beautiful piece of furniture. They're a little awkward to travel with, I'm sure, but
right. Now they have a fold-up bass. So have you seen that?
No, I don't guess I have.
Yeah, it folds up. It's 49.5 pounds, so you can get it on you can check it in your luggage. You don't have to pay more for it. And it just folds up, and you just put it together. So I bought one of those for when we have a time we have to fly and don't have a base. That's what we take.
What about that? There's an old story about Patsy Montana. I think, one of the original cowgirls or whatever, that they had an upright bass. Of course, the old timers, would travel just in old cars. And they would put it up on the roof, and it rained or something, and they had to run it through the inside of the car. And that night she couldn't straighten her neck because of the fiddle they'd been traveling with.
That when I started the Rage, that's what we traveled like. Yeah. We were in a Buick LeSabre, 4 of us, and we put the bass on between the seats.
Right.
So I started out that way. That's one thing I see these days. A new artist comes in and they see that we're in a bus and we get all these things, and it's like I started out with my band probably just 20 some years ago in a car, 4 people, and with all the instruments and the bass in there, and you start out that way, and then I got that Cadillac that I wrecked, and then I got a Suburban, in a trailer, and then finally went to the bus. So it's a growing process, and most of what's out here, people ask advice for people starting out. Well, it's budgeting. Make sure you can balance your checkbook first.
Sure.
Get the transportation that you can afford, and otherwise you won't be doing it for very long because it won't be cost effective, and you won't be able to do that. So if you want to play, just find a way to do that.
Oh, overhead. I mean, it's a business. And,
yes,
you
it
can
is.
write all the songs in the world, but if nobody's recording them, they're not going to do much good in the notebook. And
that's right.
And people do. And I see, of course, I'm quite a bit older than you are. And, of course, I've never been a professional. But it just, I've seen a lot of artists, that, get bad advice. And it doesn't happen just in the music. It happens with athletes and actors and they get people, and you can only split that pie so many ways. And
That's right.
Next thing you know, you're working for nothing, and it's sad.
Yeah. I don't know how they do it today, because I think the record company's paying for things, but there's a day that has to come back.
Right. And it just, I know you come to Lincoln Jamboree. That's one of my old stomps. I'm there about 4 times a year. And are you going to be coming back this season, or?
We're not booked there yet. I know he was down for a while, so hopefully we can get back there this year.
Yeah, he shut down, and he just reopened, because I know I'm there May 28th, I think it is. But he had a severe auto accident himself and kind of, put things on hold.
I saw that. And, we met Cutter, Cutter and Cash. We met them there.
Right.
And do you know they're making their Opry debut on Saturday, thanks to Jeannie Seeley?
Right. Yeah,
we are so excited for them.
They are so, we've kind of watched them grow up. And one night I was at Lincoln, and their bass player, they were using him. And the older one, I get them confused. Is it Cutter or Cash? Which is the oldest one?
Cutter's the oldest.
Okay, Cutter. And he just played rhythm, and he was on a stool, and the stool collapsed with him.
Oh,
Thank goodness it didn't hurt him or didn't tear up his guitar. He was just playing a flat top. But he is so cool. And what I admire about those, I know this is your show, and I'm talking about them, but they are so well-rounded. They play sports. They work on bicycles. They are just, they're kids, and that is what they should be.
And they appreciate the history.
Right.
They love the history of the music and the memorabilia, and it's just amazing. Yeah. I love them so much, and Jeannie Seeley's producing a new project on them, and they're going to debut it on Saturday at the Opry. I love her for that. She's such a great lady.
That's for sure. Yeah, I did. You mentioned Jim Ed Brown earlier. There was a class act. I was involved with an event with he and Bill Anderson and Jeannie Seeley several years ago, and but she's something else. Well, listen, our time is about up. You want her to do our chore for us?
Yeah, I've got a job for you to earn your keep, if we could,
my
Rhonda.
Goodness, what do I have to do?
Okay, we've had people register for a DQ ice cream cake. They had either a birthday or anniversary between March 30th and April 5th, all right? And the people I have are Brooke Martin, Christopher Stinnett, Linda Alsman, Brandy and Braden Buchanan, Dylan Stinnett, and Kathy and Keith Hensley. That's not the order that they called in. Would you pick a number for me, a lucky number for you, between 1 and 6?
Let's go with 3.
Number 3 is Brandon and Brandy Buchanan of 3Bs. They win the ice cream cake, courtesy of Dairy Queen and courtesy of Rhonda Vincent's Lips. So thank you, and I'm sure they'll thank you too.
Do I get a cake too?
Well, sure, yeah. I'm sure they'll save you a piece, and it'll melt on the way. But it's the thought that counts.
That's true.
Rhonda, I thank you so much.
Yes.
This has been on my bucket list for a long time because I've heard from other entertainers that you are so accessible. And, you're the real deal, and I look forward to meeting you tonight. And you guys have a safe trip to Kentucky and Arkansas and Florida, and be careful out there, okay? And we love what you're doing.
Thank you so much. Many blessings to you all, and I'll see you tonight in Renfro Valley.
All right. Thank you, Rhonda.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Rhonda Vincent. Thank you, Larry. Another great time. I see my time is up. Speaking of which, thank you very much for your time. God bless our troops. God bless America. God bless you. God bless those hurting and suffering. God bless Ukraine and Israel. May the most you want be the least you get. This is Radio Rick. I'll be back with you again on Monday morning. Hope you can join me then. We'll have Ashley Blake coming up near chair next. Then the Wild Man, Jason Wilder, will be in here on Saturday and Sunday. Have a great weekend, everybody.
This is WHBN Harrodsburg, The Rooster, broadcasting on AM 1420 and now FM 99.5. Now the news.
It's 10 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. The monthly jobs report is more than meeting expectations. The Labor Department reports the economy added 303,000 new jobs in March, far exceeding the 200,000 most analysts had forecast. The unemployment rate saw little change, coming in at 3%.